It took 4 years from planning to completion. But the new Washington County Administration Building and parking garage are both finally complete. Elected officials gathered on the front steps of the new building, taking photographs and drone video for posterity's sake. On the other side of the building, a large crowd gathered to hear more about the construction and design of this newest building and what it represents.
But this is truly historic in that this building was designed, and it'll be spoken about a little bit here today, for generations to come. And as sad as it may be, with the exception of one young man on the second row here, I don't think any of us will be alive the next time the Washington County Administration Building is dedicated. And so this is kind of a big deal.
I think it's a great symbolic reminder that from this building you can see the original courthouse that served from 1870 to 1966. And then to the side of us, we can see the building that was in use from 1966 until January of this year. The original cost of the building here was right around $523,000. In today's dollars, that is over $5.1 million. The cost per resident was about $469. And that is higher than this building, which came out at about $130 per resident. We planned and we saved, and I'm proud that we have not burdened the citizens with debt and have been able to deliver a beautiful building that represents our county and will serve for 100 years or more to come.
This administration building square footage is 141,702 square feet. With the math, again, love the math, that is $205 per square foot. To your east here, where you're sitting to your left, is 166,080 square foot parking garage that you can bring a good truck in there. We raised the ceiling. 334 spaces. Our eternal thanks to those who saved for decades to make this possible. Our thanks to those now who make it possible.
So crazy that we're finally here, so a little emotional, and the city will understand that when they dedicate their building. So I would say I have the best job ever, to be the one standing up here today to acknowledge and thank all of those that made these buildings possible.
Over 68 subcontractors and consultants were used in the construction of these two structures. The county thanked many of them during the ceremony with Washington County coins and plaques for their due diligence, especially during COVID. County commissioners were also thanked for their support in the process. A special thanks included dedication to former County Commissioner and Administrator Dean Cox, who helped the county save for years for this building.
He wanted nothing more than to see this building to fruition, and he was able to at least take part in a portion of it, and then we were able to carry it on. And we also have a dedication plaque inside the building that also has his name on that.
A special thanks was also given to the artists who offered paintings and photographs on display both inside and out. Symbols and statues outside the building also pay tribute to the county's continued support of the Constitution and its patriotic leaders.
And what we wanted this building to be is a monument to liberty and to America's county, as we've called it here in Washington County, is a testimony to how a free people should live in this country. We do this to preserve the God-given rights as referenced in the Declaration of Independence to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
Prior to all of what you see around you, there was a pioneer building sitting right here. Under construction, we found a well that served that building, that pioneer home, and we saved it. You can see it back there. It's roped off because we're not finished.
We are doing some interpretive signage there to talk about how the wells must have operated maybe back then, and who it served potentially, and then we're going to put a covering. So it's unfinished now, but we're working on putting a roof and a little, bucket with to make it look more well-like.
Constructed with over 2.7 million pounds of stone, which matches the surrounding landscape, this building is expected to stand the true test of time.
Down the street we have the historic Tabernacle building, which was obviously has very similar stone, and that was one of the things. Even when we were interviewing for the project, the commissioners made it clear that they wanted to use stone. It's quarried in Arizona, just across the border. We all agreed that this was the stone, and we wanted to highlight it with the white stone, have a little bit of contrast.
We now formally dedicate this magnificent new facility and all of its constituent parts. We pray that those who enter its halls will feel the importance and nobility of the vital work being done therein each day.
It's a chapter that's now closing, but yet another one opening that now it's open now, and we really just get to enjoy the beauty for years and generations to come. So I'm just so honored to be a part of this.
In Washington County, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.